Hi everyone, you are on Igniting Minds, and I have very special guest tonight, Mr. Aaron. So we're gonna have a little conversation with Aaron and about his journey. Let's see what he has to talk. So Aaron, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Hope you are
Okay.
too.
Amazing. I'm doing great. So, would you like to talk about your journey from India to America, how it was, and what major thing actually you thought you had in your mind while coming here, and what you expected and what you have experienced?
Okay, my journey to the US has been quite the struggle, actually. I started off when I was in my third year of engineering. That is when I discovered IDP, which is an organization that helps Indian students find colleges to study which are outside the country, like in the US and the UK, etc. So I went there, I applied for colleges in the US and also in the UK. And after a couple of months of selection and lots of paperwork, I got accepted at UNH. And yeah, it's been crazy. I had to go through stuff like SEVIS registration, and of course the most important visa interview. That's the most important one. And that is the one where everyone like kind of feels all the nerves and everything. But yeah, definitely that.
Okay, so do you suggest like Indian student and other student out there to take this route and come here?
Very much, actually, because American education is extremely advanced in terms, especially in terms of subject selection. Like a lot of students here in the U.S. have a wide variety of options. Especially mid semester, you could even drop and take classes. I mean, I found that really awesome. If you're not feeling comfortable with a certain syllabus or a certain teaching pattern, you can change that. Or if you're not comfortable with your stream, you could change that too. I mean, that's crazy.
They are like flexible in terms
Very
of their
flexible.
that's
Yes.
one of the interesting thing even I found like being in America. What are the major thing, what are the difference you have seen in Indian study and American study? What do you think?
I think the flexibility aspect. Indian education tends to be very streamlined, very fixed. There are a lot of compulsory subjects. There is one single path. And it's very difficult to change your path once you're aligned to a certain path. For example, the science, commerce, arts, kind of like the triangle back home is very different from the system here. Like once you get into a business stream or a commerce stream, you can switch into subjects like cybersecurity and programming. You cannot do the same thing in India. Like once you're into commerce or once you're into arts, you have to stick to only that particular stream of subjects, and you're not allowed to switch into STEM. But you can do that here, which is absolutely fantastic.
And how did you find like a faculty and student, other people, culture, acceptance as being like a international student? Do you feel like you find any difficulty over here as a culture wise?
Culturally, I feel like a lot of stuff is very internalized. I feel that things are going to take a lot more time to change, and people will take more time to adjust to, because everything is happening so fast that I guess it's going to take a while for people to adjust. But yeah, I guess here at UNH, they're doing a pretty good job at adjusting to international students and trying to include us into everything.
Let's talk about like a little bit about your course. I mean, what kind of things like which take your interest?
So, coming to my course, I started getting interested in cybersecurity when I was in my second year of engineering. That is when I was getting into topics like computer organization, computer hardware.
Uh-huh.
Actually, the funny part is these are the very two subjects which I was weak at. And I even had a backlog in COA, that's computer organization and architecture. I had a backlog in that subject.
Uh-huh.
So that one, yeah. So it's funny that I got the inspiration for cybersecurity from there.
So, Aaron, would you like to talk about your course, which is cybersecurity? What is interesting in it, and how you ended up having this course?
Okay, so yeah, of course, cybersecurity for me, I got interested in it back when I was in second year of engineering. I had this subject called COA, and I used to suck at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay.
So it took me one semester to recover from it, but as I did, I happened to go to this workshop of cybersecurity in my college, and they discussed a lot of things which in which I saw the relation between computer organization and cybersecurity with stuff like reverse engineering and assembly language programming and all of these things. And that is what pushed me to look for courses to to take an MS in after I was done with my graduation.
Mm-hmm. And also, it has like a lot of future. I mean,
Exactly.
technology is
Yeah.
booming. Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
like to talk about?
Exactly. I mean, first of all, we have all these developments in technology like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and also in in signal processing as well. Like the amount of advancement and the rate at which it is advancing is insane. So we're definitely going to need a lot of systems and support in place to secure data in general from being manipulated in ways we do not want it to be.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Let's talk about faculty. Do you think University of New Haven supporting you in such a way like to get in touch with the companies who are into cybersecurity, because this is US, right? I mean,
Yeah.
has really good companies. So do you think like that kind of opportunity you are getting over here?
For sure, for sure. Starting with the faculty, when I came here, the faculty is really experienced, and yeah, it's definitely no joke because this particular course, MS in cybersecurity, is one of the top courses in the entire country. It's top 50 to be precise.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing that really attracted me to the college in general. So yeah, when it comes to the faculty and also the resources in the laboratories and everything, it's top notch. So I'm really impressed. Also, the career fair has been really good. I got to meet a couple of companies like the FBI, the CIA, the military. Like they also recruit cybersecurity professionals. Unfortunately, you have to be a US citizen for that. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's definitely going to take a while, but I'm really looking forward to getting into all of this stuff.
Okay, okay, that's amazing. University is providing our like a lot of sources, and that kind of comfort. Being an international student, we have like that kind of hesitation to come and experience things, right? Do you think what kind of like thing you are loving here, University of New Haven? What is the most admired thing you can say? Pick up three things.
Okay, three things I really appreciate. First of all, like the dorms. Number one is going to be the dorms.
Okay.
I've been to West Side. Of course, I live in the Atwood, so I know what the Atwood is like.
Yeah.
And I've been to a couple of dorms, and let me tell you something: the way the dorms are maintained, and also the way they are structured, and all these common rooms and everything, like everything in the dorms has been thought about. Every single minute detail has been taken into account. So I really appreciate like the way everything's structured and organized here. It's insane.
Okay.
Second thing is the syllabus structure.
Mm-hmm.
I really love the syllabus structure and the flexibility, like I mentioned earlier about how flexible the syllabus structure is, and it's cross-platform, almost like when you're doing commerce, you can get into science. If you're doing science, you can get into commerce. It's insane. I've had a couple of friends from who are into data analytics, who are into business analytics initially, but then they started getting an interest in cybersecurity, so they just hopped in and wanted to take a couple of subjects. So I had that happen too. I mean, like, it's crazy. And the third thing I'd like to mention is definitely the infrastructure in terms of the labs. There is a lot of stuff in here
Okay.
technologically,
Okay.
like Raspberry Pis. If you're at UNH, you definitely want to go check out Mark Morton's office. It is literally the biggest collection of anything and everything tech I can think about on the campus. So yeah, shout out to Mr. Mark Morton right here.
Okay, okay. So, when you were in India, you thought like there was like some journey you have to come here. So, what was your expectation and what you have experienced here, and what is your vision? So, if you can just talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so the entire journey coming from India, like I mentioned earlier, the main challenge was the visa interview. Like I had a lot of nervousness and all the jitters and everything. And one more thing, when you land in the U.S. after flying for about, how much is that? 28 to 30 hours, the jet lag is real. The jet lag is absolutely real. Like you're not able to function for like 2 days straight. You're not able to sleep. You're not able to think straight. So yeah, definitely be ready for the jet lag. Also, I had a little culture shock. In the US, there's something called personal space. You
Mm-hmm.
can't get too close to a person.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
some of them are nice. They'll tell you that you're entering my personal space, and it kind of takes you a while to figure it out. But you know,
Small thing which you have to observe and adapt.
exactly that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that's which I have noticed too. Yeah, if I talk about university, like was it like you had some sort of like thing in your mind that I will join university and I will feel like that I will experience these things, there will be some sort of like facility. So I if you can just talk about that, like about
Oh, the
university
stuff
when you
I've
were
been.
in India and you came here, like you started attending classes, so what was that? And did you able to encounter some sort of like what to say events and those kind of things, if you can just mention.
Oh, like you're talking about like the expectation versus reality,
Yes,
that kind of
yes,
stuff.
yes,
Sure.
yes.
So, a lot of my expectations have actually been fulfilled. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
was definitely expecting a lot of experienced teachers and good facilities, good labs, and a very structured syllabus. I got those three things, so I'm very happy with it. Also, coming to the cultural front, yes, there are a lot of clubs here, a lot of organizations which you can go and take part in. I've been in my fair share of events and interacted with various kinds of people here. So it's been an interesting perspective. I've seen all sides of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people are people. We're gonna give them that. But at the same time, yeah, it has been an insane journey, like getting to see things from so many different perspectives, and that has really broadened my own perspective on life itself, and also my career and how I'm gonna take it all forward.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about your hobby which you enjoy the most. You can, if you can start talking about that.
Oh, sure. So, apart from my studies, I'm a musician. I beatbox, I sing, I play the piano, and I'm a producer as well. I work with FL Studio. I'm currently making a couple of projects. I'm still having trouble keeping time, between making projects and, working on my studies. But yeah, it's always been tough to balance two things at once.
And music, I believe like music is something which you get indulge yourself. Like it doesn't matter what is happening around you, but
Yeah.
it gives you that kind of peace. That's how I got connected to you. I remember when I met you like first time, and you started having your beatboxing, all those like skills started showing to other student, and I was like, okay, that kind of talent he has. So if you can just show a little bit of your beatboxing skill over here.
All right.
Yeah, wasn't like amazing? It was. So how you have started this journey? How started like liking and learning, if you can talk about that.
Okay, so I started beatboxing when I was just about to finish off with 12th grade. I had like my board exams coming in like 2 months and a month actually. And just before that, I was submitting my lab reports and all. Like a couple of my friends showed me like how to do a few basic sounds. Like it's a very new thing in Pune. Like there is something called the Pune beatbox community. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, two of my friends were from there, so they were kind of like showing me like stuff. I was like, that's so cool. How do you do that? And then they told me like how to do kicks and like how to do these basic sounds, and I went into YouTube, and then I just jumped down the rabbit hole of like Swiss beatbox and Napalm and Kenny Urban and all of that stuff and Razelt, king of sound noise making. That kind of, and of course, Tom Thumb. Okay, Tom Thumb is the stuff.
Okay.
Like if you don't know who Tom Thumb is, go to YouTube and just type Tom Thumb. Like, I've been to one of his shows in Mumbai. It was a TEDx. He gave a TED talk and he also performed with a live orchestra. That was freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So on this, like, would you like to perceive something like on that music, or you would like to go for a cybersecurity? What is in your mind?
So, yeah, cybersecurity is cybersecurity. I definitely want to give it a shot, work for a company and be that little tech genius behind the keyboard, saving
Uh-huh.
the world, like
Uh-huh.
the Matrix or whatever. But also, if I could start my music career and probably be a professional artist, doing labels, doing shows, I would love to do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy where my life has taken me so far, and I'm looking forward to where it takes me, and I'm completely open to all the possibilities.
Mm-hmm. Okay, amazing. So let's get into our next session, which is fireside round, where you have to answer in one word. There will be five questions, and you have to answer like in one
Sure.
words. Okay, so let me get my
It's rapid fire,
question.
isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like it's whatever, like you give a name. So let's just start. What do you like the most in University of New Haven?
Food.
Food.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love the food.
Okay. One thing which you would like to undo over here or in your life.
Does it have to be one word? This is a big
Okay,
question.
you can
This is a
elaborate.
big question. Giving my time and energy to people who didn't necessarily reciprocate. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's one thing.
Okay. Which technology impress you the most?
Oh, good one. ChatGPT. Come
Oh,
on, it has to be ChatGPT. Come on,
yes.
come on.
It's helping you so much, isn't it?
It's not. Oh, by the way, do not use ChatGPT while you're on any campus ever because they're developing tools to see if this is like produced by artificial intelligence or is it
Mm-hmm.
is it written by humans. And professors at UNH have already tied up with ChatGPT to catch students who are using it for
Plagiarism.
plagiarizing. Exactly. So do not do it. Do not use ChatGPT to
Be
write your
aware.
exactly. Yeah, you gotta be aware of that.
Okay. So, which skill set you would like to build?
I like to build myself, really. I mean, every possible way. Like you can't just take one thing and just keep building it because building is a process. Everything gets built layer by layer.
Mm-hmm. How do you define yourself?
Myself in one word. Aware.
Mm-hmm. Nice,
Yes.
good one. With this, thank you so much, Aaron, for coming and talking. It was lovely talking to you, and I wish you achieve all your dreams. And you have done so much, like coming here, studying, handling your hobbies, and your career as well. It's amazing, and seeing you inspire a lot of people. They get inspired to come here. That's really amazing. So, wish you good luck and yes, with a new channel with new episode we'll see a new person over here. With this, thank you so much and tata, bye bye.
Peace.